Continuing reading from the same material here, Gurdjieff, questions and responses. Dr. A asks a question. Can I ask a question out of simple curiosity? Can one sleep consciously? And Gurdjieff, in response to that, do you mean to say when you are literally asleep or without sleeping? Literally asleep or without sleeping? Dr. A says, I want to maintain consciousness while sleeping. And Gurdjieff then says, Gurdjieff, yes, in general this is possible. But not for you, not now. But not for you now. In the future, maybe, but not now. It is even possible to rewind oneself like a clock. It is possible to repeat something definite to oneself in such a way that it passes into oneself automatically through auto-suggestion. Again, I am reading this material as a task for myself in the process of reading to remember myself, self-remembering, to remember myself. Continuing. One can even make suggestions to oneself while sleeping, but I don't advise you to do this. Before sleeping consciously, it is necessary to have another quality of being, of sleeping. It's necessary to have another quality of sleeping before being able to sleep consciously. There are levels. There are 4 kinds of sleep. One can be 1/6 asleep, 1/4, 1/2, or fully asleep. This depends, among other things, on how you have been during the day. If you dream, you are half asleep. In that case, it is necessary to sleep, let us say, 7.5 hours. If you don't dream, 4.5 hours is enough. There is even a quality of sleep where 1 hour is enough. It isn't quantity, it's the quality that is important. Quality is what is important. You sleep 7.5 hours. Let's say you take about 2 hours to relax. Not consciously, but automatically. This takes time. You could begin today to relax consciously up until the time you fall asleep. On the one hand, relaxing yourself in this way will bring you a better quality of sleep. On the other hand, you will begin in this way to establish a discipline that will allow a relationship, a contact between your awareness and your body. Now, Dr. A says, I don't need ways to fall asleep, but rather to wake up. And Gurdjieff then says, I spoke about what is necessary to sleep well and to function well. In the morning, do the same thing. Immediately establish this contact, this relationship between your awareness and your body. Make a plan. Think. Give yourself suggestions on how you are going to spend the day. Do the same work you do to relax yourself. Your energy for living will double. Does it take you a long time to wake up? And Dr. A then says, I would be half asleep for a long time if I didn't force myself. And Gurdjieff then says, then remember yourself and make a plan. Not a fantasy, but a real plan. Do this morning and night, waking up and going to sleep. Be a good doctor to your awareness. Dr. A says, but when I make a plan the day before, it vanishes the moment I wake up. And Gurdjieff then says, well, of course, it's necessary to create new habits. And you can only do this little by little. Nothing happens all at once. And then Mr. S says, from now on, can one avoid dreaming? As an exercise, can one avoid dreaming? And Gurdjieff says, think seriously about your aim. Do you have a serious aim? Do you have a serious aim? S says, I am talking about dreams during sleep. I'm talking about dreams during sleep. Gurdjieff then says, let's put that aside. What can you do? What can you do? That's not what must be changed. Change the quality of your sleep. Change the quality of your sleep. That's the medicine. Rub yourself down with cold water before going to sleep. Make this a habit. Later when you lie down, pray for those nearest to you who have died. These two things will give a good preparation for sleep. Rub yourself down with cold water before going to sleep. Make this a habit. Rub yourself down with cold water before going to sleep. And then later, when you lie down, pray for those nearest to you who have died. These two things will give you a good preparation for sleep. If not, you will continue your dreams of the evening before, your fantasies of the evening before. If you sleep well, this will be a good preparation for tomorrow. If you do what I just told you, you will sleep without dreaming.